Start walking to overcome your anxiety. Hello and welcome to another edition of Shine 365, where our job is to help you lead a better life. Please give the podcast a thumbs up if you would. It does help the algorithm and it only takes a second. Just hit that thumbs up if you got here, and I hope you enjoy the video. We'll review today's article from Real Simple entitled, I Started Walking to Overcome My Anxiety. Here's What Changed by Kathleen Alcott. Walking every day made me realize a lot about life. For as long as I've had an imagination, it has carried me places meaningful and frightening, snagging always on the potential catastrophe. We all get nervous, especially when we're trying something new, and we worry. Well, how can we calm down this worry? How can we calm down this anxiety? Especially at night. I've found that at night is the worst time for people who have anxiety. There has only been one cure for this anxiety, and that is to take a walk at sunset. Watching the light gives me the terrible feeling that I've missed something. You know, you've been there. It's the end of the day. You're looking out, it's getting darker and darker, and you're feeling, did I really do everything I needed to do during the day? There's something about night that just makes you feel a little bit insecure. Is everything going to be all right? And a lot of people feel anxious. So what can you do? Well, one thing is to take a walk. Take a walk when the sun is setting. Watching the light go through the windows gives me this terrible feeling that I've missed something, but feeling it fade out in the weather makes me feel like I've been a part of it. So if you're outside as the sunlight is fading, you're still a part of it. You're a part of the end of that day, and there's something powerful about that. I remember the first time I noticed my fear in myself. I was about 6, and my father had taken me to a matinee movie. As we emerged into the darkened parking lot, I started to bawl, having this strange feeling that the world as I knew it had shifted unalterably without me knowing it. You go into the movie theater and it's still light outside, and you watch a 2-hour movie, and then you come out and it's pitch dark. And it's a little strange sometimes because you went in and everything was light and bright and nice, and then you come out of the theater and everything's dark and you feel as if you missed something. I understand what this author is saying. In my small hometown in Northern California, where I became known as the little girl who walked, the wooden Victorian houses took on another quality at dusk. The reds and golds and lilacs of the trim becoming softer, putting me in the mind of artfully iced cakes. The slow river changed too, looking less brown and more green. If you've ever noticed, during what I call the magic hour, and the magic hour happens twice a day. It happens in the morning when the sun's coming up, happens again when the sun's going down. The light just changes. Things look differently. Because as the sun goes down, you're getting a different kind of light. It's not as harsh as during the day. It's more subtle. And if you're a photographer or a videographer, that's considered the magic hour, when you're going to get the best colors in your camera. It's also an amazing time to take a walk because you're literally seeing the end of the day. You're seeing the planet change, and it helps you. It relaxes you. I know when I get a chance to walk at night at sunset, it really helps me appreciate my life. It relaxes me and it calms me during my walk. If I don't get my walk, I don't feel like I got that transition from day to night. And I don't always get to take a walk. But when I do, it is something special. The world was becoming different, as it did every night. She's talking about the transition from day into night. But I held the magical belief that if I watched it, I was becoming different too. A girl who would not worry in bed about the absence of both her parents, who were reporters, and they were often not home until late at night, or worry about the things she was learning in school that scared her. We all have things we worry about. It doesn't matter what age we are. And a lot of times, as the sun is going down and it gets dark out, those worries come into your head. A way to lessen that worry and ease the progression from day into night is to take a walk and actually get out and experience the sun setting. In Hawaii, where I live, it's a tradition to get out and watch the sunset. It's a natural rhythm in the island, and so many people do it. It's very calming. It calms your nerves. But you could be anywhere, and you don't have to see it over the ocean. You could see it over a building. It's calming. You're seeing the natural progression from day into night, and it does relieve anxiety. Wherever I've lived in the years since, in New York City or summers in Maine or Vienna, the sunset walk has been the anchor of my day. And it still makes me feel powerful. I may no longer believe that I'm changed by walking, but I remember all the things that remain the same, no matter how old I get, or how short I might seem compared to the trees, or how many colors there are, more than I can imagine, more than I'll ever forget. And that's part of the beauty of a sunset walk, the colors. The colors that you see are amazing as the light changes. And when you become part of that natural progression, it calms your nerves, it calms your mind, and it calms your spirit. And it helps you transition into the night. And then, of course, there's several things you can do at night to help you sleep better. And I've covered some of those in other episodes, and I'll cover them in upcoming episodes. I hope this episode gave you some food for thought about getting out and getting that sunset walk. Please give the podcast a thumbs up, share it with friends. Any comments? If you're doing this and it's working, please let us know. I'd love to hear your comments. And we look forward, as always, to seeing you next time on Shine 365.